So remember when you learned about absolute value, you learned that it is the distance away from zero. The distance away from zero. So if you ever have an absolute value and they say it's less than 0.5, you're saying the distance of this expression is less than 0.5 units away from zero. So that means that the distance of this expression, the length of it, could be less than 0.5. So if we think about the number line, distance from 0, so it has to be smaller than this distance, 0 to 0.5, or that distance could be over here and be greater than the distance from 0 to negative 0.5. So what we are doing here is we're setting it less than the positive value, and we're going to do greater than the negative value. And then we solve for x in both cases, so we're going to add 3 to this, and we get 2.5. We add 3 to both sides here, we get 3.5. So on a number, we're saying it's greater than 2.5, open circle. We're saying it's less than 3.5, open circle. So it's attached in the middle here. So the interval would be, the x's are in the interval 2.5 to 3.5. Parentheses on both numbers because we don't have equal to symbols. And what we'll see here is any number between 2.5 and 3.5, if you plug it in for x, you're going to get a distance that's less than 0.5. So for example, if I plug in 3, which is between 2.5 and 3.5, I get 0 in here, and 0 is less than 0.5. If I plug in something outside of this interval, like 4, if I plug in 4, which is on this side of the interval, then if I plug in 4, I get 1, and 1 is not less than a 0.5 distance. If I plug in something to the left of 2.5, like plug in 2, something on this side, if I plug that in, 2 minus 3 is -1, and the absolute value of -1 is 1, and again, I have a distance that is not less than 0.5 units.